Greetings, my Legionnaires! Today I did battle with a foe that I've anticipated for quite some time, Wonder Woman. The latest from DC's extended universe, Gal Gadot picks up the shield and sword of one of comic books' most well-known heroines. The question remains, does the film stand out from its dark and brooding DC predecessors, or does it fall victim to past shortcomings? Fear not, for I'm here to describe my encounter with a spoiler-free plot synopsis, the highs and the lows. Wonder Woman depicts the tale of Diana, an Amazon princess from the mythical land of Themyscira. As a young girl, Diana dreamed of becoming a warrior, but her mother, the queen, forbade it. In secret, Diana's aunt and general of the Amazons, Antiope, trains her in the ways of battle. After years of honing her abilities on Themyscira, a spy, Steve Trevor, crash lands near the hidden island and inadvertently leads a group of World War I Germans to its shores. Realizing that the world is in peril, Diana sets out alongside Steve to stop the villain she believes is responsible for all the bloodshed. Let's begin with all the great qualities this movie has. First and foremost is Gal Gadot's portrayal of Diana. She's strong, compassionate, unfiltered, and a bit naive towards the modern world of men. This combination makes her incredibly endearing while also being rather inspiring to her comrades. Not to mention Chris Pine is always a treat and does a great job of bringing a bit of levity to almost all scenarios. The chemistry and relationship between the two is good also. You watch them grow and learn from one another in a natural way that I quite enjoyed. The other members of their ragtag crew were excellent as well. They all had their own niche thing, but they played off one another quite effectively. Even the sparingly used Eda Candy had some great lines and wasn't overused as I thought she may have been. The villains were also pretty solid too, even though they lacked much development. The last person I wanted to mention is Robin Wright as Antiope. She was easily one of the coolest characters in this film. She was battle-hardened, fierce, and thirsted for a good fight. Watching her skirmish was a true pleasure. Along with the fun and lighthearted nature this film brought forth, it also did a good job of showing some of the horrors of war. Diana got to see firsthand what mankind was doing to itself, and between that and the influences of her comrades, did a great job of establishing the foundation of the heroine we see today. Finally, the last point that really stood out to me was getting to see Wonder Woman in action. Being able to see her do battle and truly be the focal point was outstanding. Now let's discuss some of the picture's shortcomings, which thankfully were few. To begin, the CGI is pretty rough at points. Many times a character would be doing a flip or a jump, and it was clearly not them. This, along with some other effects, can really rip you out of the experience. Alongside that were some pretty jarring editing decisions and jump cuts during combat. Action scenes can be difficult to follow due to this factor, but my guess is they used a generous amount of slow motion to attempt to offset this drawback. Overall, Wonder Woman is fantastic. The cast is great, the tone is both uplifting and sobering, and the action is solid. Although gratuitous amounts of CGI and some sloppy editing keep this particular movie from reaching its zenith, Wonder Woman is easily the best that the DCEU has to offer. Agree with my report? Let me know in the comments below and share your own thoughts on the film. If you're interested in hearing an in-depth analysis of Wonder Woman, then check out next week's Critical Podcast where I and my other General Joe will discuss it at length. To help support our endeavors, consider subscribing here, sharing this with a friend, or even donating to us on patreon.com/criticalreviews. Thanks for stopping by, and remember to adapt and overcome. Also, the Wonder Woman theme has grown on me. Let's hear it.